Hey, what's going on, you guys? It's been a while. I'm back here with a Fox Motion boot review. I had a couple of options when I was picking out boots. I had been a long time user of Tech 7s, but I decided it was time to finally end up getting an upgrade, try something a little bit different. I know Tech 7s are a mid-level boot, and so are the Fox Motions, but I really wanted to try something different because I've actually been changing up what type of riding I've really been doing. When I was younger, I used to do a lot of motocross riding, and those stiffer boots really helped with impact protection and feeling like I was locked into the bike. But as time was going on, I kind of was starting to notice I really wanted something that was a little bit more comfortable for me to put my foot down, something that was going to be a little bit more flexible in my ankles, so that way I could get into the weird positions I need to get into for hard enduro riding, like the trails I'm doing today. All right, so first things first, I want to talk about overall comfort of the boot. The boots are very comfortable. My ankles are kind of weirdly shaped in the fact that I feel like the ball of my foot is a little farther back on my foot than most other people. That has kind of run into a little bit of a rubbing issue, especially on my left foot, where it feels like the boot curves too quickly and is pressing on the backside of my ankle. But after about 5-7 hours of wearing, I kind of rubbed in a nice spot for my ankle. It's been less of an issue now. The other thing I would like to say as far as comfort is the toe box is really nice. I actually have no problem getting on the balls of my feet and the feeling down into the foot pegs. The hard plastic on the toe of the boot is really nice for slamming into rocks. I will say this, I would like it to be a little bit harder. The fact that I can push it in with my thumb is a little concerning, but it also plays into the flexibility of this boot, which is really nice. Another part of comfort is how easy it is to put the boots on. These boots do not actually have Velcro along the cuff of the boot. I really enjoy this because I wear big bulky knee braces. And the reason that's so nice is because I feel like it allows my boots to slide into them. And then whenever I'm applying pressure in different areas, the cuff is able to kind of expand and kind of move a little bit more with my knee braces. And also, I feel like it just adds a little bit more comfort of once all the buckles are done up, you never have to worry about adjusting the Velcro. Speaking of the buckles though, the buckles are really easy to take off. They're easy to hook in, but my boots are starting to get a little bit harder for me to actually latch that buckle down. I will say I felt like they were a little difficult when I first got the boot, so maybe some WD-40 in there would end up helping the buckles. But I also feel like that's something I shouldn't really have to do on a boot that I've only been wearing for the last 15 hours. As far as overall durability goes, I actually have no complaints so far. I have about 15 hours on the boots and they're holding up really nice. I'm not really getting any bad rub marks. The soles of the boot aren't really starting to pick apart with the pegs because I do have pretty sharp pegs on the Varg. These boots also have the Duratec rubber on the inside. I haven't really noticed that that helps me a whole lot as far as gripping the bike, but the soles of the boots have been doing a really good job of locking me into the pegs, and I haven't had a whole lot of issues with my feet feeling like they're sliding off of the pegs. Now, if you're trying to decide whether or not you want to buy these boots, one of the main things to consider is what type of riding you're going to be doing. Are you going to be doing hard enduro? Are you going to be riding single track trails, or even ADV riding? That slower stuff, I actually really highly recommend these boots. The flex is nice and they're pretty comfortable to walk around in. Now, I have done an arena cross in these boots and I have done a little bit of track time in these boots. I would honestly recommend maybe a stiffer boot if you're going to be doing full-time motocross. Since I only ride motocross every once in a while, it's not the biggest deal to me because I'm not hitting the biggest, nastiest jumps all the time. These boots are plenty stiff enough to support the drops that I do out here on these trails. But if I was more worried about coming up short on a jump or I was hitting big triples and stuff, maybe a Tech 7 or even a Tech 10 would probably be a better choice. If you did end up enjoying today's video and you found my review on these boots helpful, please make sure to like and subscribe. Let me know down in the comments what boots you guys are wearing and what other boots you guys might even recommend. What kind of riding are you guys doing in these boots? Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.